seminar on midpoints and bisectors. Do the first 5 questions and then come back and we'll look at the rest of the seminar. Okay, so what I want you to do on this lesson is I want you to find the coordinates of the midpoint on a number line. I want you to find the coordinates of the midpoint or the endpoint of a line segment in the coordinate plane. And I want you to find the missing values using the definition of segment bisector. First off, midpoint is just a fancy name for saying the average. How do you find the average? Well, you add up your numbers and you divide by 2. And that's what we're going to do here. X of 1 plus x of 2 divided by 2 is just the average of our 2 endpoints. So on this example, well, I want to find the midpoint of xz. I notice one endpoint's at -3, another endpoint's at 8. So we're going to say 8 plus -3. We divide that by 2. You get 5 halves or maybe 2.5. I don't care which way you write it. I like 2.5 because we're on the number line. It's easier to see that our midpoint is going to be right at the end, right at 2.5. Now, let's take a look at our next example. Emery works at a vintage clothing store. She wants to have a new sign that's centered above the dressing room doors. Given that the dressing room doors have the same width, find the point along the wall that Emery should hang the new sign. So we've got this sign that we're going to put along the wall, and I want to know where should I hang it, because I know this is going to be in the midpoint. Well, notice my doors, they start at 7.5, don't they? And they end at 13.5. So I'm going to find the average of those two numbers. I'm going to say 7.5 plus 13.5, and I'll divide that by 2. Well, 7.5 plus 13.5, notice that's 21. I'll divide that by 2. It's 10.5. Now, it's an application problem, so make sure we give context to this and don't just write 10.5. I would say that Emery should hang the sign (10.5 feet) from the left wall. You might be saying, hey, why doesn't she go for the right wall? Because it'd be a shorter measurement, and you're right. So we could say 10.5 or 13.5 minus 10.5, I'd say 3 feet from the right wall.